I have some sort of anxiety, depression, something that's changed my whole life.
I think I pushed myself so far, got to the point where I had a bit of a mental breakdown.
I would just go home at night after hanging out with my friends and I would just cry in my bed.
Such a giant number of people suffer from depression.
Well, I think it only, if I'm being honest, I think it's going to get worse.
It's very difficult to understand how demoralized people are. All these men who are alienated, it's like they're lonesome and they don't know what to do.
Define it. Is it what we all think shame is?
It's the deeply painful feeling or experience of believing that we are flawed and somehow unworthy of connection, love, and belonging.
And everybody experiences this.
Everybody, it's a universal emotion. When we call ourselves or other people liars or losers or, stupid, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Where do you go from there?
Classic self-hatred. So just just like, why can't I do anything right? And so I was like, well, everyone's telling me I can do the thing. Why can't I do the thing? When we actually were releasing it, I was telling Ryan, felt like I had this lump in my forehead that he was just ripping out of there. And so everybody who I was close to was telling me, hey Gary, I don't know what you did, but your face has changed,
Yeah, I remember you telling me, they're like, your face is different.
Your face is different. And I'm like, what does that mean? And so, but I heard it not just from one person. I had, my two brothers, my mother, my father all told me this. And so that was a big, cathartic kind of moment for me. Yeah, I like talking about this stuff because it's helped me so much. So really looking forward to this. I'm talking to my old self when I say this, right? It's like, you will not believe how different you will feel.
And I'd literally be on the ceiling and Tim would have to peel me off because I was just having anxiety. He goes, what are you worried about? Blah, blah, blah. So it was horrible. It was detrimental. I was very successful. I had management leadership roles in a lot of companies for the last 30 something years, even since I was 18 years old. And I just wasn't confident enough.
I mean, we go all out. We go to the core. We go deep. We don't do surface level crap, man. That's not what we're about.
He goes, nope, we are getting this sucker out.
I know it was worth it. I knew you'd thank me in the long run.
Yes, I do. Incredible. And I'll explain the story. And finally, I said what I had been feeling all that time and for 40 something years, or well,
I knew you were holding back. That's why I kept pushing.
And now it's just I don't, but I can go and sit and do something and come back and fix it myself, and I'm not for hours.
It doesn't screw up the whole. You got the power now. You got power.
One session with Ryan, I'm a totally different person.
It means that deep down, I felt that I was not good enough. I felt that I was not worthy. I felt that I had this deep imprint of I don't deserve it. And I deserve the misery that I end up, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
And when I let that go, I really, it changed everything, even the taste of food. And when we did this session, I mean, it was so freeing because finally I was back to who I was as a kid. I became playful again. I didn't have to carry all this luggage. And after the session, when you redo this, when you reread it, I felt sadness and compassion for who's that poor fuck? Who's that sorry, sad
I remember fuck? You're like, whoever that is, I feel sorry for him. It's like, yeah, that was your old belief system, Lauren.
Yes, and it was gone. what you've done in one session, it took me more than 50 years to try and erase it. So you've done it in one session. You've liberated. Like I was slamming the accelerator. I was flooring the accelerator, slamming the brakes at the same time. Bottom line is I was stuck. And then you came and unstuck me magnificently. You changed.
And how many sessions did we do for you?
I think we did 2.
And then after the session, I was so relaxed. I felt like this after my Vipassana meditation retreats. You know, when I meditated for 10 days straight, like 7 hours a day, I felt like this after these retreats. But I felt like this without meditation. I was like, something deep changed. I was walking through the streets of Berlin. I lived in Germany back then. I didn't have that much money, but I was just happy. I was like, yeah, I had no anxiety. I was like, let's do it. If it fails, I will find a way. I did it 3 months later now. 6 months later now. I'm independent. I'm living with my girlfriend in Poland. I'm having my own business. I had 2 newspaper articles published about my story because I had the guts to go for it. Just my whole life. You know, as soon as this changed, this changed. It's insane. I think they have no idea what is going to happen to them. You know, it has way more benefits than I thought. So I would just say that we can always get back the money if you think a financial investment is too much, but it's worth like 10 times more for sure.
You know, Ryan Fowler over here is the best in the business. He's absolutely changed my life like I could have never imagined. But if you told me I'd be where I'm at 3 years ago, I'd be like, get the hell out of here. There's no way. Okay, I'm crushing it in every field imaginable, and I can't thank you enough, Ryan. You've absolutely changed my life, my man. Yeah, I love Ryan to death. His work is absolutely priceless.
A couple of days later, I'm talking to my business partner in the real estate firm, and he tells me, "You look different. You don't seem like you're jumpy. You look like very peaceful." He heard me make some phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm making a couple of phone calls, sales phone calls, and he said, "Man, that's a big difference." I mean, we keep each other, accountable, giving each other feedback all the time to improve.
That's
but
good.
He said, "You sounded like you were telling the dude, I'm giving you a chance for something good. You didn't sound like you were begging him, like, oh, please buy this for me. This is gonna be really good. I really need this commission." He said, "You sounded completely different. Don't wait. I'm seriously, do not wait. If you're thinking, oh, I don't have the money, find the freaking way to get the money. Go mow lawns, go wash cars, whatever. This is gonna be the best investment you can do in your life because it's gonna be in yourself."
Like I've been stuck. I don't feel stuck anymore. Yeah, I'm not used to feeling like this is a new sensation for me. That was amazing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, man, thank you for helping me.
Yeah, and how many sessions did that take to clear that?
I'm gonna say 1, right?
Yeah, 1 session.
You're trapped in your own cage to a certain way.
Yeah.
And so that's the biggest change before and after our sessions. I didn't feel like that. I was able to recognize those poor mental models in my head and basically completely changed my life. As I studied it more, I noticed that it just seemed like something that everyone really needs. I don't think there's anything more powerful. It's just in terms of just pure effectiveness and it's so fast and so permanent.
Scale of 1 to 10, how helpful do you feel this was?
It's just somewhere off the charts, like 2000. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you.